do a quick hour and a half so stream. Tried that garlic stuffed crust pizza. That's just crazy. Alright, y'all. Y'all ready? Yep, me and the kiddo. I kind of wanted to do the deviled eggs, man, but I don't know. I didn't. I like to dye the eggs, and I didn't know. Yeah, that's why I think adults like the disconnect. Like, all right, look, stuff like Christmas, Halloween, Easter, birthdays. Well, not necessarily birthdays. Easter, shit like that. Man, that shit's fun as fuck for kids and the adults involved. As a kid, I enjoyed those times. I enjoyed Easter. I enjoyed the egg hunts. I enjoyed it. So, and then when I became a parent, I enjoyed doing the egg hunts and doing that. I stressed myself out because I'm procrastinator, and I don't know why they would put this on Easter. I love bacon. And anyway, anyway, it was fun for me to see those kids, see presents, see candy, baskets. It was awesome. I enjoy being a parent. and then they get older, and then it's just kind of like, but you get to do the things for the grandkids, and you got too many grandkids. It's like it was one thing when you had two, but when you got eight, it's like, oh shit, that's a lot of Easter baskets. And when they're out of town, it's just.
Hostile foot patrol.
Come on, bro.
Grenade out.
Man, fuck it.
Good effect on target. Watch out. Hostile spotted. Leader. Using stim shot.
Yeah. Yep. If I was smart, I would have taken. I would have taken tomorrow.
Enemy soldier.
I would have I gotta look for the neck. I gotta start like marking down when I get, like nowadays. I gotta start like locking that shit in. Next Easter, I will.
Assaulting.
Operator
Eyes on
establishing
enemy.
score streak.
What?
Enemy grenade. Something neutralized.
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Sit rep. LDPR incoming.
Come on.
thermo. Planting spring mine. Hostile spring mine. Incoming grenade. Thermo sent.
I'm just not getting the my fucking fingertips fucking went.
Look out there, spring mine.
Uh, I'm gonna have to fucking go get something right here. Once again, I'm without water.
Thermo grenade out.
Fuck! Maybe if you hit him in the fucking head.
Archangel making noise. Finish line in sight. Don't let up. Moving with Archangel.
Fast. How these motherfuckers are not being able to get me the fucking sniper. I put something on the sniper's fucking
Calling in
head.
score streak.
You know what? I noticed when I put this watch. Let me take the watch off.
Perfect execution. The Pantheon's probably pissing themselves right
Victory
now.
that. Job done.
Alright, I need to go and get some water. Give me a sec. I get some. Alright, I'm gonna fuck shit.
Target appears hostile. Flashbang.
Dude, I tried to go driving, bro.
Here we go.
And I was online for a while. With my kid, and it's like, no. There was nothing. Nothing was happening.
Tactical
Nobody was
front.
doing shit. Oh. Alright, hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go get some more. What do we get? What do we get? Alright. You know what? I think we were doing better with the... Let's do it. Let me do some... This... I don't know. Alright, we're still gonna work on the snipe.
Face off kill
Let's go.
confirmed.
Footmark.
Oh.
I'll send this one. Start comfortably.
Grenade incoming!
Flashbang.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Fuck yeah. Bullets the one. They need bullet 24/7. I don't give a shit, bro. They need to stop fucking playing with my emotions. Oh, that
Semtex
sucks.
front! Bloody hell! Check that aim, shite for brains! Incoming!
Bullet 24/7.
Enemy
That's
grenade.
no.
Enemy grenade! Administering stim.
Heads out. Frag. Concussion grenade sighted.
He got me. First motherfucker went up so quick.
Incoming stun! Not so fast, they would be.
top. Yeah, man.
Taking stim.
Enemy field upgrade active. Moving here.
Get down, crash. Hostile spot. Semtex front.
Enemy sighted.
Heads out.
Uh-oh.
Grenade coming in.
Alright.
Using stim shot.
No, it's way better if you go for the head.
Heads out. Crash. Done and done. Oh, enemy grenade.
Got them.
Gotcha, buddy.
Fire. I'm on your side. Where you going?
Must have had a horseshoe on. Eyes on hostile sentry.
Oh, I killed myself. I'm stupid. Look though.
Administering stim.
No, I'm on the right track.
Tagged and
Right,
bagged.
dude. He's gonna die. No plan. Good. Good. This posture, bro, 100%.
Using thermo.
KIA.
Got one. I knew it, dude. So I ain't seen him in a minute. I ain't seen him in a minute. Where they at? Go on. You're gonna have fun over there. That spring mine's gonna piss them off. Spring mines.
Deploying shock charge. Gotta move it. Grenade incoming.
Resisting mine was disrupted.
I got it. Dude, I can't film it. I gotta like. I do like that.
Take it stim. Contact front. Hostile Molotov.
Come on, no time to chill. Five banger.
Eyes on enemy Molotov. Eyes on enemy. Demo grenade out. It's a fucking paint show out here. Hell, check that aim, shite for brains! Incoming stun. We got movement. Get down, Frank! Sorry, mate.
They're gearing up for a final push. Hope you left some in the tank.
Enemies have disarmed the steam mine.
Hostile planet streamline.
I like that shit.
Thermo sent. Semtex front.
Oh, I did poorly. I could feel it.
That's right, you
Yep.
shithead. The CIA's nothing without
Result, we
us.
fucking routed them. Not by strength, but by guidance.
Happy 420, happy Easter. Chilling in the. I'm waiting for something to pop off. Motherfuckers to be playing the game. I don't want to play. I'm not just Yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, how we doing with the weapons? Oh, we had some sniper. We had some headshots at last. What's up? This is the easy one. The next two are difficult. How we doing on the Yeah, how are we doing? Yeah, that's the only thing so far. You dang right. That was enjoyable. How we doing on the event too? Yeah. See, we're getting a bigger bump. I'm actually in Discord on my channel. I'll jump in over there though. Alright, we get to hang out with Glenn.
Face-off kill confirmed. We have our orders. See it through.
Alright. Yeah, I'm streaming my little 420 Easter special here. How you doing?
You're falling
Yeah,
behind,
I saw you were
Crimson.
streaming too.
Yeah. Kid wanted to take a nap, you know. They're kind of like, this kid is most like me. Like, I'm a homebody, bro. I like going places and visiting, but like, literally 3 days, 3 days, 2 nights is like my max. It's like, alright, I'm ready to go home now. Like, I'll start getting homesick. I literally was like, we would work out of town, and I'd work out of town every now and again for this company, and it'd be like a week, and yeah, I'd be like already missing my wife and kids. It's like, yeah, missing the comforts of home. So yeah, and I know how this kid, it's just like, yeah, you just want to be home for a little while, you know, you're uncomfortable outside of your home, you know. Some people are anyway, you know, some aren't. That's like, some people are uncomfortable inside their home. But anyway, the little kiddo's taking a little kind of a nap, kind of like not necessarily a nap, just resting and stuff. They're kind of like in a foul mood, you know. They didn't. They do like I do, right? They like, they'll sign up for the holiday and then sign up to do something for the holiday and they get mad that they did it at, like, on the holiday. Like, oh, I didn't know, past me didn't know future, this was that important to future me, you know? It's like, hey, the money, you know? But, so yeah, they just taking a break and they kind of like just stressed out and they just kind of like, just need to be, you know. And, man, we tried to watch the Mario Kart fucking
down.
direct, but
Planting spring mine.
I don't know, man. I was trying to order pizza. Oh, and I got the new Domino's Parmesan stuffed crust. Alright, so my kiddo, I knew they didn't care for Parmesan, but I also know they eat Parmesan without knowing it sometimes. You know? Like, I put Parmesan in my, the little, you know, little things that, you know, we all like, the little Italian, I call it the Italian hush puppies, because that's what it was described to me as. He told me the Italian name for it, but for the life of me, I cannot remember it. And I just remember, he's like, yeah, it's like an Italian hush puppy, and that's what I call it. So it's, so I usually put Parmesan in that, and they don't realize, you know, like, yeah, this includes I put Parmesan in. And they just kind of going by the, you know, the smell, or whatever. But anyway, so, you know,
Oi, oi.
they like mozzarella. They love mozzarella, so that's their favorite cheese, mozzarella. And well, I knew what it was. I knew it was going to be Parmesan cheese, and I knew it was going to be a blend of Parmesan, because Parmesan is first of all too expensive.
Real Parmesan, that's not what they normally use.
We've taken the lead.
Right.
Stay on
Well,
target.
I mean, Asiago and Romano's close, but. And I mean, they can do it. They can. I mean, it's probably not close to the real shit.
It's
I
if
probably
what
never
they're
have.
using is probably what's closer to what's in like the Kraft Parmesan, like powder cheese.
That's cellulose. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they use the cellulose. I would think they would use the actual the milk fat. If anything, they're going to use the lactic acid, which gives it a cheese.
Well, they're using something
flavor.
similar to that because that's
Yeah.
cheap Parmesan.
Well, it's apples to oranges, because the Parmesan that you buy
I'll still shoot
in the store, it's great. It's like grated, so you could get away with adding cellulose to that. So, you know, it's a filler that way. But like when you're talking about like a strip of cheese, no, more than likely they probably are using real Parmesan, but just a little bit. It's mostly mozzarella, and with a little bit of a cheap ass Parmesan. You know, it's probably not the cellulose. I don't see how the cellulose would do well, and it would dry it out. Because I used to use that old cheap fucking canned shit in my sauces to thicken them up. I mean, and it's like,
Slide 'em.
yeah, you could tell. You eat this thing, it's definitely, now the shit on the outside of the crust is probably the fake shit, but, or fake, the fakest shit, fake, you know, it's probably fake, yeah, I agree with you. It's probably not like real Parmesan, it would be too expensive. But it's like an Americanized Parmesan, but it's not the shit that's in the can, is what I'm saying. It's the shit that on the outside of the crust probably is it's got a Parmesan and garlic seasoning. But let me tell you, the kid loves it. There's like, oh my god, I love this, because it is mozzarella. That's probably what 95% of it or 98% of it is mozzarella. And I know it's got to be real Parmesan in the sense that it's a cheese because of the taste. Like it has, it's got a good taste. It's got a good. I mean, it's there. It's definitely got a Parmesan taste to the cheese. I mean, it's really actually fucking good. If you get a chance, give it a shot.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
I got the
don't eat that kind of
medium.
stuff that often anymore.
I got the medium. Well, I just want to try something new. I got the medium. I wanted pizza. I wanted to do something for Easter.
Might do it for game night, maybe.
Yeah. So I got the New York pizza and the stuffed Parmesan stuffed crust. It was 20 something bucks, 26 bucks. And of course I put extra pepperoni. It would have been a couple dollars cheaper, but I always put extra pepperoni on mine. The kid's not as big of a pepperoni fanatic. so I didn't put it on the medium. I got a New York large, which, you know, I think is what, 6 slice, real instant crust for me. I mean, kids could have one too if they want, but you know, because I had like 2 little bitty pieces of theirs just to try it out, and they can have the rest. But oh my god, dude, the seasoning's good. I'm going to tell you, at first it was kind of off-putting. At first, when I bit into the when I ate it, because the Parmesan is in the cheese that's in the crust, and because it's on the outside of the crust, it was kind of potent. It was kind of potent. But I ate like a regular slice, like I ate a slice of my New York, and then like I went back for another small second one, and it was like, oh yeah, this fucking slaps. Compared to a fucking regular pizza, like once you have the comparison directly, it's like right at first though, it's kind of like intense. It's kind of, it's strong. It's a little, it's it's got tang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's got that zest. The Parmesan sharpness. Sharp would be the best way to, it's real sharp. At first, it's like, whoa.
Ah, motherfucker.
But pretty fucking good though. Pretty fucking good. It is a nice blend. You definitely get the seasoning. You know, it comes all pretty like, you know, checked on there, you know, the crust seasoning and they also have like, so if you don't want to get 2 pizzas, they have one that was a little cheaper.
Assault pack, come get supplies.
It was like, shit, dude, $17 I want to say, before taxes and whatnot. It was like, cheese sticks, bread sticks, cheese, bread, something like that. I had that. I had a couple of different things, you know. But yeah, since they was chilling, and I didn't want to go, they went passed out in my bed or lay down, and I didn't want to run the risk. But, you know, they wanted to be back to dog sit, house sit, or and pet sit. You know, like get up at 9 to go back. So I'm like, all right, you know, like.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
I'm like, I didn't want to go lay down.
Oh shit, got a
I didn't want to go lay down and stuff and run the risk of falling asleep and then it'd be like, oh shit, you know, because they're real stressed out they didn't really like leaving. And I'm like, look, man, animals can handle, you know, being alone for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they'll be alright. You know, as long as you're not going, you know, as long as you're not going too long, you know what I'm saying, and take advantage, you know, and they've been staying there for, you know, they try to keep it, they got like a little rule, they was like, alright, they try to keep it under like 4 hours.
Head down and secure the target.
And they feel so guilty too, and it's like, dude, calm down, it's like, you know, you gotta, you know, it's gonna be okay, it's not like a child, these are animals that can, you know, fuck. If they had to, they can go to the toilet and drink the water. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, but you can go 4 hours without drinking. You know what I'm saying? And they have the bowl of water. They have access. But it's like, yeah. So you know, it's like, yeah, they're all like, you know, torn over it, and I'm like, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta, like, if you get stressed out, not everybody can just do that, you know what I'm saying? I found out, you know, I'd always be like, man, if I could do it, anybody can do it. What the fuck is the problem? It's like, you know what? No, that doesn't mean anything. No, that's not a thing. Some people just don't have the mental gumption to do that, you know? And what's easy for some is hard for others. So yeah, like me and this kid, yeah, we need a break. We can't be away from our comfort zone for too long. Or like me, right. I can't be in a hotel room with people, say, you know, people I'm not normally around, it's hard for me to be around a kid like a lot. You know, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just having somebody in my face. It's just like, you know, it gets to me. It gets overwhelming to where I'm just like and you know, that's usually when I kind of like have my mental. I call it a meltdown. It's a meltdown. It's when I'm overwhelmed and I'm reacting to being overwhelmed. You know, and it's just different. It's not always beating your head on the floor or, you know, crying. Sometimes it's fucking. I'm not violent. Some people it's violent. For me, it's just verbal. Just like fucking sound bipolar and fucking pissed off, you know. It's just. So yeah, definitely. I get, you know, it's like. I don't know, I'm just rambling. I'm smoking on some
I noticed.
sticks.
Isabella, I'm doing well. Thanks for the comment.
Oh, hey, yeah, thanks. Yeah. So I'm looking, nobody's. Man, my shit's random. And then I got a troll in my. I got a couple of trolls, but I got one troll. Their fucking shits. Their Twitch handle is. You know, Laurie Jr. biggest fan. And, you know, it's a troll. But however, this person took the care and consideration to actually come up with this fucking handle for themselves to fucking poke at me. And it's like, you know what? Love is still love, baby. Love is admiration and attention is still trying to show some attention.
Would I get more kills? It's just right there.
Just got another follow.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
man.
little caster.
Yeah, I gotta like, I wonder, you know, let's talk about it. Oh, let me hit this.
Yeah.
Let me hit this goal. So, is there a way I can go, just so I don't have to go dig through? Because last time I tried like going through Restream, that shit is so basic, and I don't see a place where you can like, while you're streaming, where you can see like the messages and say they can ding on like say my tablet or a phone. So can I go like Twitch? I know like.
So yeah, I mean I have it to where it pops up in on my stream software, but you can just go to the Twitch app, and if you're signed in, there'll be a red button at the bottom in the middle, and that's, you can press that, hit Stream Manager, and it'll show you your activity feed and your chat. And also have like how long you can live, how many viewers you have, how many followers you have. It has all that right there.
Well, what I'm
I'll keep that
asking,
open.
what I'm asking though is like, all right, so I can see my chat. I can just look over there and see like the little pane. Like I had that hooked up for Restream. The thing is, and I can add a little thing to where if I get, I just don't know how to do that. And we talked about that. That was a fucking rabbit hole thing. But what I'm saying is, I want to be able to like have my stream open on the tablet, not hear the fucking stream so I don't have to hear myself, but I'd like to hear the alerts. I'd like to hear when I get like a follow and I can just look, oh, I heard a little noise, and go look on the tablet. Oh.
So the Stream Manager does not play your stream at all. It literally just
I get
has
that, but does it make a noise? That's the question.
I don't know if it's set up to do that. Chat, I don't have any noises for. That's not really like a thing really to do with chats. But as far as like followers, like my thing, like mine plays a little noise whenever I get a follower. That's how I know. And it does pop up on my screen. But that's all set up with fucking stream elements.
Alright, so let me tell you what this is a workaround I came up with last night. So tell me what you think of this shit. So I can hook up the GoPro. So I hook up the GoPro and I'll run 2 instances of OBS. If I run 2 instances of OBS, I can use that thing you was talking about, Stream Elements, and I can log one OBS into YouTube and the other one into Twitch, and I'll just use one camera for YouTube, one camera for Twitch, and then I can set it up for the alerts, and I can do all the fancy shit, you know what I'm saying? and then I won't have to log into one or the other.
Right.
And I'm like,
The lead is on.
Deploying mine.
I mean, if it'll let you have 2 different OBSs open at the same time, then fucking go for it.
oh
man.
yeah, it will. It will. I mean, OBS literally takes, right now, OBS is taking 2.5% of my CPU. 2.5%.
Taking the lead. Stay on
Bro, I got
target.
loads, bro.
We took out their HVT.
I got last
Well, no, I mean, like,
gens-
if there's not a thing in the software that prevents you from having 2 different instances.
No, it's set, literally when I click it twice, it comes up with a warning. Hey, you already have OBS running. Do you want to launch anyway? And you go okay or cancel. And usually it's an accident and I hit cancel, but no, 100%. It asks you if you sure you want to do this, you know? But you know what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't.
Listen, you know what?
Bella, the stream's going pretty good. I've only been going for a couple minutes. I was streaming earlier today, though.
I heard
To answer your question
yeah.
earlier.
Oh, you got a question on
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go ahead
I
and
answered
talk to
it.
your people for a minute.
No, I did.
Okay, OBS is already
I don't know if
running.
they're still
Unless
there,
you meant
but-
to do this, please shut down any instances if you have an OBS set to minimum. Launch it anyway. Let's see what happens.
Now, the real question is it going to let you go live for 2 different instances?
Yeah, it has 2 instances,
one of
but it
these.
won't let you use both cameras. But it is using. It's gonna glitch it out. Could not exercise. So, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, you can.
Enemy HVT is down.
Alright, one of these motherfuckers
Healing up.
I gotta,
HVT located.
control to get off to delete this shit. Alright, which one's... This one. Alright, that was the right one. Okay. So, yeah, and didn't miss a beat on this OBS. Everything's still going. Yeah, all I would have to do is set up a different scene. What I would do is I would change the scenes around. And I would put, since they both can use the same audio devices to run.
You could probably use the same camera, too.
No, it won't let you do that.
Okay.
You can't even, I can't even use my camera in Discord and
Yeah, I knew that.
right, it's the same thing. That's video. Audio is one thing. Video is it's too big. It's too big of too big of files. It takes up too much bandwidth to send it to send it to 2 different things.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like probably like fucking. You could probably do 480p. But what you know. You know what I'm saying? You could probably split 480p into 2. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But anyway, no. But I do have a GoPro, and so I can set up one OBS.
Hostile HVT
You know, would
located.
save the camera on, like one side of the viewing screen, and then I could do like Twitch. I could have a Twitch, and I could since Twitch is picky, I could use my
Fucking damn it.
I can use my little Brio here for Twitch, and I'll use the GoPro for YouTube.
HVT
And,
under fire. Repeat, HVT under
Yeah, and
fire.
then I could literally
Took
set
out
it
their
up.
HVT.
And I'd already kind of have it set up. I already have the scene set up. I already have it where all I would have to do is just change the camera change the camera I would use in that scene, because I got a left and a right
Our
scene.
HVT has been eliminated.
So all I have to do is just change the camera that I use.
You are
And I could use the same scene and just on each one use a different
Grenade
camera.
incoming.
Because it's separate and independent, so I can definitely do that. So it's definitely doable. But like I said, it's like I would have to,
Grenade inbound.
I would have to like copy my
Protect our HVT.
whatchamacallit, my stream shit,
Hostile HVT located.
and then I would have to change, I would have to, you know, I would just have to, I don't know.
I see you.
I'm just not worried about it.
Enemy grenade.
Maybe I can log in. You know what? I never tried logging into what is it? Streamlabs using
Elements.
Restream. Stream Elements. Maybe if I logged in using, maybe if I created an account using Restream. You know, I have a Twitch
Remote going
one
out.
and I have a YouTube one. I have one of each. But like, man, I could like. I'd have to see, that would make it easy too, because I already have it. See, that's where the chat comes from. The chat literally comes from Restream.
Took out their HVT.
And I can pick which one. I could pick to sing. In other words, I could pick to like say something like to everybody, right? I could like pick both. It'll be Restream. It'll send it through Restream, and it'll be like, you know, send it to both Twitch and YouTube, or whomever I'm streaming to. I can stream it two at once. I can, if I subscribe, I can stream to more than two. So,
HVT is taking fire. Keep the package safe.
or I can like hit the drop down and pick Twitch or YouTube. So I try to. If someone engages me on Twitch, I respond to them on Twitch. You know, vice versa. The only bad thing is, this one guy, he'll come in there and say stuff, and he'll use, I guess, emojis,
Enemy HVT is down.
and it just comes up as like
Enemy
the
HVT
code.
on site. Take them out.
It'll be like yellow, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll come up as like text instead of like, instead of what it's supposed to be.
We took out their HVT.
Yeah, I think you'd have to be using the actual platform. to do
Right,
that.
and that would kind of eliminate. I don't know. What I could do also is if they had something like OBS I could use.
Oi, that was too
Oh,
fucking
bro.
close.
Hostile
You ain't played Call of Duty in a minute. They got this fucking perk that when you fucking, it's called close shave. So like say
Defense incoming.
say you know you like, say you run out of bullets and you right up on them and you can just like hit them with the butt of the gun.
Time's nearly up.
Instead of hitting them with the butt of the gun, it pulls out your fucking melee. Talk about being able to fucking level up my fucking drill and shit at the same time. I love it.
Our HVT has been eliminated.
Deploying mine. I got you, mate.
But I'm sitting there with the sniper just fucking
Protect our
knocking them.
HVT.
It's so ridiculous.
Enemy
It's so
HVT on
ridiculous.
site. Take them out.
Don't make me return fire.
Thermo set.
I love bullet. I'm going door to door. I'm going side to side, busting caps in these motherfuckers.
I saw him through.
Should be nice.
God. Dude, I'm just going side to side between, there's the door on each side. And I was just going side to side in each door, and like I'll shoot from one side. Like if I'm using like, I was doing it with the launchers. It was a technique I developed with the launchers. I was trying to max them out. And I was standing in between the doors. while I'm reloading the launcher because it takes so long. Well, this fucking sniper takes a long time to reload, so I I love bullet. Oh, I do have somebody watching. Are you watching? Thanks for watching. Happy Easter and happy 420. Jesus gave me a day off on 420. Praise Jesus.
So I need logs.
Oh man,
I have
I went into
logs.
a kind of like just a hypothetical like talk about, you know, religion and spirituality. And it's like I'm like, why do we worship the messengers? Why did the focus of worship come off the gods and redirect to the messenger? Think of all the religions. They all worship the messenger. The messiahs. Which messiah thing is the messenger? Could be. It doesn't? Hey Google. What is the word messiah?
I think
anointed.
this will be my food spots.
I think. Okay, it means anointed. I stand correct. No, fuck that. Nah, heirloom's cool. I like that. Let's do some. Nomad's not too bad. I kind of. Some of the new man. I'm gonna be playing. I gotta bring.
Table over here.
I gotta bring Kiddo back in about 45 minutes, and I may or may not play for a little while, man. I kind of I kind of took a nap right before I went and picked him up. I just kind of oh, I got too high, bro. So you know I got fucking keys. I got a vial of keys.
Oh, it needs slaps.
Like shit ton. So 420. I did it on the stream. So I took a little wax, took like a half a dose, and I took some keef, put it down on the little silicone wax thing, and I fucking mashed it all in. And I made crumble, I guess. So I mashed it all in and mixed it all in, bro, and I did like
You know what
I did it all. I did a couple dabs, waited a little while, did a couple more dabs. Bro, that shit fucking... Dude, that shit slapped the fuck out of me, bro. Then I smoked the fucking bowl of this dipping sticks, which to me, in my opinion, is the second most potent fucking shit I've smoked from the dispensary. The only thing that I've smoked that was more powerful is the fucking citral glue. And the dipping sticks slaps. Like, nothing is, you know, it's in its own tier. You know, it's only outdone by this other citral glue. And, bro, I'm just saying, it's like, so I'm hitting a bowl of this shit on top of doing all these dabs. Yeah, man, you know, I got done with the stream. I was trying to hang out and do like 4 hours and 20 minutes stream. I made it like 3:40. 3 hours and 40 minutes. And I'm like, bro, I was starting to zone out. I was like, man. I was like, oh, this is my last match and shit. Like, and I went in there and I just kind of like, I was hungry. Oh, that's what it was. I was hungry. And I got off and I made me get this shit, bro. I made me some chili sandwiches. I didn't feel like cooking or nothing, and I was hungry, and I had some leftover chili. I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling some of that chili right now. So I just got me some bread, some shredded cheese, and some mayonnaise and mustard and shit, and made me like a little chili sandwich, you know? I don't really fuck with hot dogs that much, dude. They kind of turn me off, especially like once the kiddo likes. They got that stuff. I like the skinless, and they got that skin on. Anyway, I don't know. Man, I ate enough hot dogs in my whole lifetime, bro. I'm just good on eating fucking hot dogs. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I died, so I ate me some chili cheese sandwiches, you might say. And extra mayonnaise, of course. Gotta do it right. And bro, so I sat there, I was sitting there chilling, watching TV in the living room. I finished eating them and put the plate down on the coffee table.
Friendly target.
And I'm like, man, next thing I know, I'm dipping out, bro. I'm snoozing.
Single shooter.
So I'm waiting on the kid to come back. They're like 40 minutes away, and I'm gonna go pick them up from where their house sitting at and shit. Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. I ate and that shit fucking put me down, man. I was just like, I was down, man. I was just like, out. Yeah. But I did like get up, like right. I mean, I was like, I got there, and I timed it perfect because I knew they had to mess with the dog and this and that, like put the dog in or out, something with the dog. So I kind of like left. I waited till they were like closer to their destination before I left, and then, but yeah. Actually, I ate.
Eyes on enemy Molotov.
Fuck, I left a whole bunch out. I ate, and I wanted to go drive. I wanted to go driving, so I was setting up the, I was setting up like the little things to hold the phone I use, my little burner phone, for lack of a better word, my little prepaid phone.
Enemy decoy incoming. Engage
I
your
use
front
that because, being a delivery guy can be rough on the phone. Anyway, I don't use my good phone. So, I was trying to set up some set up the little phone holder where, I could I have a magnetic thing where, my burner phone, I glue this metal back to it, so I got this little nub that's magnetic. It just sticks to it. So it's really quick and convenient. I just unplug it, pop it off of there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta fuck with no button. I ain't gotta stretch out the fucking jaws to get it out like I gotta do on my big ass fucking normal phone, right? And it's real convenient, bro. I love it. And I could actually, it came with another piece of metal, and I could put that little piece of metal on my big ass stupid phone, put it between the case and the phone itself, and bam. Now it could stick to it. But anyway, I was setting that all up, had to stick it to my windshield, and honestly, doing it in the truck, the way the windshield kind of sits so far forward, and you got that handle, and the pillar just is so deep. The poor little thing doesn't have it's just stupid. There's no way to get it to where it sticks. Either it's like in line with the fucking steering wheel, and you're worried the fucking wire's gonna get caught up in something, or I was trying to get it outside of my field of view. I was trying to get it in the pillar to where it doesn't add to the obstruction that the pillar adds. I mean, it was just difficult, man. It's just, the window is just so deep, and the pillar's so deep or whatever. But anyway, I spent a lot of time, and the whole time I was online, and I didn't get no fucking, deliveries. And by that time, it was like, oh yeah, alright, yeah, the kid's gonna want to hang out. We're gonna hang out for a little bit. We'll get some pizza. We'll try out that new pizza. And pizza, by the way, is awesome as fuck. And
Grenade incoming.
yeah, and I just went offline, said fuck it, no fighting. I thought I'd make a lot of money, and I sat there I don't know, good 20-30 minutes, and nothing happened. So fuck it. That's when I went inside, turned on the YouTube, and passed the fuck out. That's when I passed. But yeah, so I forgot. See, I was so fucked up. I forgot that whole thing happened.
Enemy grenade!
Yeah, today wasn't. I was trying to make some extra money. I was trying to, trying to make the pizza money.
Right.
But yeah, I just do that. I just do that tomorrow evening. Maybe.
Grenade incoming!
It depends. After tomorrow, the kid will be done with the house sitting, and it's probably gonna need like the hand. I'm gonna try like they sleeping right now. I'm letting them rest. They were in a foul mood, and sometimes it's just like
Enemy thermal
it's just you gotta like sometimes people. I don't know. I asked them they let me know if they wanted me to like hang and chill out with them, and it's like I said, I was scared I'd pass out and fall asleep anyway, and make them late going back and stress them out even more. So. But like they might need to like hang out and shit with me tomorrow evening, so it just depends on
There's a mole among
like how
them.
their mood
Find
is
them.
and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That kid hasn't. Now I tried to make a park experience here. You know what I'm saying, with the hammock and shit. I really kind of I can't wait to really get finished with it. I
Eyes on enemy
want
Molotov!
to make some benches. I kind of like the idea of using I like the idea of using say I'll get at it. Cinder blocks and like say some 4x6. Know what I'm saying? So and then I would of course add probably
Good effect.
I would probably add like like a 1x8 plank on top of each of the 4x6s with like space in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just so you're not sitting on, because the gap would be too big, right? So I would like add a plank that would like kind of overhang, the post. That's what it is. It would be a post,
Hostile Molotov!
like a couple inches on each side, where it left like a half-inch gap or so in between.
That's nice.
I could do all the measurements and calculate it. It would be cheap as fuck, really. The most expensive part would be the wood. Fucking cinder blocks are dirt cheap.
Enemy thermal barrel!
But like, yeah, man, you just put like 3 cinder blocks high, like stack like landscape, and then you just run the shit.
Where do you think you're going?
Well, except the bottom two, it's real important. The bottom two have to be turned with the holes facing up and down, because cinder blocks have compression strength. They don't have tensile strength. They're brittle. So like, if you lay them all the same way and you put too much weight on it, it will break. It will run right through and chops right through, from hole to hole. So the bottom two, or at least the middle one, really honestly, the middle one at least needs to be turned like you would see it, say, on the side of a building, where the holes are up and down. And that way, that brittle part is resting on, it is suspended. It's got, it's got suspension. It's not gonna, it'll hold the weight now, Yeah, otherwise it's not. That's like when you got like people use bricks to hold cars up. You've got to be very. First of all, don't do
No,
it.
get actual jack stands.
Yes, please don't do it, because bricks are brittle, and they're kind of they will break at points of impact like glass, and then if you put too much pressure on a small point, they will fracture and break.
The CIA against a
No,
handful
it's
of
dangerous.
goddamn
And
criminals.
but if
This
you
is
lay
the
the
best
brick
you can do.
sideways with the hole showing, it's not designed to support weight that way. That's why when you see them on buildings, they're turned the other way. That's how they support weight. The holes are to make them lightweight and use less material. It's cheaper. It's a cost-cutting hack. But yeah. Bricks and blocks of wood. That's dangerous. Shit, nah, that's dangerous. Jack stands. Shit, and don't get the cheap shit jack stands. Shit. They got these fucking jack stands you can buy from China, and they're the foldable type. They suck. Definitely don't use that shit. I watched this guy, Project Farm, and he didn't like that. He tested them. He like put like a 4x4 vehicle on and seen how much like force it took to push it over. And dude, those jack stands, it don't take much, bro. Good win. They're dangerous. Foldable ones with a little pin, like the cotter pin type. It's got the. It's not a cotter pin, but it's just the pin goes in, and that's it. Like it's got a hole, and you slide this little cylindrical pin through. You want the ones that like have the ratchet, and then you can like those have pins. That's good. Those are good. The ones that have pins. It just locks the ratchet mechanism from accidentally. These are different. They're like it's usually like a little, it's a cylinder tube sliding into like a tripod, and then like I said, it's got like a pin. It goes from one side to the other, and you usually have one of those little split pins on the other side that you slide through and keep it from coming out. Those things are dangerous as fuck. The legs are very weak. And then it's a tube, so it could like split.
2,
and yeah,
3, 4.
Oh, the pit. We're gonna play the pit. See how we do with a sniper on the pit. Try to level up the sniper, Glenn. It's the new HDR. I'm just talking.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe keep putting content out there.
I'm just kind of like chilling, build my house, upgrade my house.
So it's kind of a cool thing about the smoking. I'll tell you, I did take a few days off.
Face-off team deathmatch. Eliminate all threats.
I'm quieter.
We're
But
winning. Keep it that way.
the medicine works better.
You're falling behind, Crimson.
Get down, frag!
Like I'm quieter,
Need more shovels.
but I'm not exactly in a happy mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of resting bitch face, you know what I mean? What would you say? Would it be docile? Solemn?
I don't know.
Just kind of like,
Let's sleep.
I don't know, caring but not, I don't know. It's not that I don't care. I do. It's like, but I'm more accurate with things. I am more on top of my shit. Like I make less.
It was only a matter of time.
But of course, that's only an effect under the influence, say. But
Enemy flashbang.
I don't know. But there is definitely more clarity. There's definitely more clarity. I don't. But I mean, I'm still lazy ass me. But I did get out in my yard. So yeah, like I broke down and I did get some. Look, they had a 420 sale at the dispensary, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, fuck. I seen the dipping sticks. I'm like, alright. I know that's some good shit. It's only $3 more than what I pay for the, you know, it's 41 bucks. You know what I'm saying? 41 bucks for 8 dipping sticks? Okay, I can. Shit's good, dude. Now, I can.
Hostile guard.
I'm obviously not gonna blow it down tonight. So I figure what I'm gonna start doing. I'm just gonna kind of like put it up. And just save it for like. You know, when I need to get high. When I need to smoke something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it away from being a daily thing. I kinda do wanna like after like taking a break for a few days and
Planting spring mine.
then right back smoking again. It's like
Ceasefire.
Yeah.
Friendly target.
it's like I need to save the money. This shit's expensive. It's like I could do it and be responsible if I
Stay
fucking
on task.
you know put it aside and
Semtex incoming.
just do like special
Hostiles
occasion
reclaim
shit.
the lead.
Like say game night, right? Smoke on game night.
The lead is
No
on.
big deal. Right? Just don't smoke it every motherfucking day. I ain't gonna smoke on my
Hostile
stream.
flashbang.
Bro, I was actually doing way better. I really was. I mean, I do good. I can do good high too. There's not much of a difference. But yeah, I was getting locked in. I was getting locked in and I wasn't high. Then I played drunk. Fuck. Yeah, that's shitty.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, it's been a while since I really like played something when I was like drunk or whatever. But I remember forever ago, like one of the first times I streamed years ago. So I was living in an apartment with Jordan.
Enemy mine.
I was drinking Four Locos at the time.
Dude.
And I was playing Halo. And there was definitely a moment where like I saw the Matrix and was like doing good for like a game or two, like better, like kind of better than normal.
Right?
And then the next game, it fucking fell apart, dude. It was like
Hostile Molotov.
I even was like, all right, this is like bad. I need
Okay.
to stop playing.
So, I know what this is. And okay. This happens to me when I play pool, when I play darts. I'll get a buzz. That initial buzz after like the first 2 drinks. So I used to be a lightweight.
Incoming.
It used to be like after the first drink or so, and like in the middle of the second one or whatever.
Movement.
But like, you get what it is yeah, you get confident, you get relaxed, and you take riskier shit. You do riskier shit. So like, right when I first started drinking, I first started feeling the buzz. I'm running out there gunning motherfuckers. I'm not scared. I'm not playing it cautious. I'm not creeping around. I'm not camping. I'm literally running around like everybody else, looking at. Instead of defending myself, I'm actually offending. I'm looking for someone to attack. I'm not creeping around and trying to shoot you before you shoot me type shit. I'm like, where you at? I'm gonna fucking kill you. Right? So it makes me like a little more, you know, it takes that inhibition away. I think that's what's going on, my hypothesis. So you keep drinking. And then your hand-eye the loss of time with your hand-eye coordination kicks in. So you still have this aggression, and you still have this mindset, but your body, I literally have done streams where I got drunk and watched myself slowly get, like, have a delay in reaction. So it's that delay that you get. It's that slow reaction time that it gives you. Like why you shouldn't drink and drive.
Tango front.
You know? So it's like, yes. So that's what happens. I would play pool and own it for a game or two. a fucking pool shark would immediately come and put his money down. Then I'd be drunk.
Caution spotted.
I'd be drunk. And then I'd fucking play shitty. Because I couldn't see it no more. I couldn't see the Matrix, as you said, anymore. And he'd be like thinking I'm fucking like, you know, whatever. I forgot what they call it, but when pool sharks come and like try to, you know, they'd immediately want me to bet. Like, nah, dude, I'm soft, dude. They would think I was trolling or whatever, doing that whole scam that they do. And like, nah, man, I feel like a couple of good games in me, and then I get too drunk and I play like shit. I'm really not that good at it. I didn't practice. I didn't grow up by a bar or pool hall or anything. It's just I play when I went out here and there. If my friends played, I don't just go play. I only play if someone wants me to play, and then it's like I'm so bad at it, I get bored playing it. But I get like a couple of good games where I'll run the table, and it's like I can do three or four fucking shots back to back. It's like, fuck 'em. It's like, you know, but normally, no, I play like shit. I miss everything. And easy shots are the hardest. I'll make a complicated shot before an easy one. It's like the easier it is, the harder it is for me to make it. For some stupid ass reason. Just shoot it straight into the thing, I'm gonna fuck it up somehow. And I even know about English and all that shit and how to hit it and make it curve. I do know some mechanics of it. But the same with the game, me too. You know, I'd be playing real good, and then it, like you said, all fall apart. And that's the hand-eye coordination. That's the delay. That's what happens. And the more you drink, the worse it gets. It's like that. With weed, it's like that. With weed, the more, if I'm really high, it's like I lose focus.
Enemies using field upgrade.
And this is why I don't want to like smoke it like, but just on occasion. Cause if I don't smoke, I'm more apt. It depends on the strain too, though. There's certain strains, bro. I'm out there ready to go out there and fucking do some yard work. But yeah, I went out there and I put this rubber mulch down underneath the kiddo's hammock and shit, and I'm on like another like probably I think 6 to 9 bags or whatever. It's rubber mulch, so we fall out the hammock, you're landing on rubber. I laid down some, I had bought some weed barrier a while back, and I watched the video. Okay, so I put the weed barrier. Right, I already got that, cool. I'm gonna try to do the whole thing. Like under mine, I'm gonna get to where it's under mine. I fell out of my hammock. That was my dumb drunk ass. Cause I went to go, I'm gonna fucking sit on it like it's a bench. I'm thinking, so like I don't sit in it. Like I got it like all folded like where I sit on it. Like I'm sitting on like a swing. And then I forget that I'm sitting on it like that. And I go to lean back. And I landed flat on my back, man. Good thing I'm tough as fuck. And I was drunk. Oh man, that shit was hard. That ground was hard and shit. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm glad. That's one thing. That's the second thing I'm glad I like chilled on. Like I'm glad I quit smoking cigarettes altogether. Alcohol's alright now and again, bro. As long as you don't fucking go crazy with it. But I'm glad I kind of chilled on it and got away from it long enough to remind me why I didn't drink it that often in the first place. It's like, yeah, I like to get drunk under certain pretenses. I like to get drunk when I'm out on a date. Not drunk, but like a buzz. I like to drink. Let's phrase. I like to have a buzz when I'm, like, say, on a date. Or, like, social gathering. Because if I get to know people, I don't have anxiety, but if I don't know anybody, or if there's somebody I don't know, it's new, I like to have, like, something to take the edge off. Alcohol is good for that if you don't get drunk. And, you know, and it's like, if I'm on a date, you know, I like to have a drink because it's like,
Mission area's ours. Dispatch cleanup crew.
I'm just more relaxed, right? But, and anyway. But yeah, so, I think I'm gonna do one more match and then I'm gonna wait for the
Clean shot.
So yeah. Yeah, but I never was much of a drinker. When I was in my 20s, literally a fifth would last me 1 to 10 months. I would only drink it like one night on the week. Me and my first wife, we did, you know, we were married 3 years before we had any kids. That gives a couple a long time to go and kind of party a little. So like, I had the philosophy back then that a lot of old people have now, and that's it's cheaper to drink at home. So we would just buy a fifth. And we would get together with other couples and drink. Mm-hmm. So apparently, I didn't know that. There was some swinging going on that I wasn't involved in. Although, I don't know, I wasn't into any of the couples. The women that we hung out with, like, so, I mean, I was always down for the intellectual stimulation and shit, but, you know, but, like, anyway, we would have, like, couples come and hang out, and, we would, you know, and we would just, you know, we would play, dude, we loved playing fucking drinking games. One of the, like, this couple showed us, like, this one called 3-Man. And 3-Man's fucking awesome. Okay? So everybody's got their, you can do it with a shot, or you can do it with, like, say, you know, beer. Right? So, you roll these two dice. Everybody rolls these dice. First one to roll a 3 is the 3-Man. After that, everybody that rolls a 3, the 3-Man has the drink. The only way they can stop being a 3-Man, I think, is if someone rolls double. If they roll a 3 or roll a double 3, or somebody rolls a double 3 or something. I'm you know, I'm a little foggy on the exact rules. So that's that aspect. That's the 3-Man aspect, the core aspect of it. Now gameplay. So if someone rolls a dice. If someone rolls a dice, the person, I want to say, two people that are choosing roll. It might only be one dice. I'd have to look this up and see if there's actually any written rules.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like, I want to say if there's doubles, you could pick 2 people. Yeah, okay, so... So, like, it's really, I think the person to your left is going to drink. If you roll something, the person to your left has the drink. You know, everybody gets a turn. It goes around, you know what I'm saying? It's like cards, you know? It's like everybody gets a turn. Right, it goes to the left. So if you roll the dice, the person to your left has the drink that many. But if it's doubles, it's split. You can split it.
Oh shit!
Hostile field
You can
upgrade.
split it up between 2 people, or some shit like that.
Oh fuck!
It was like we did it like sips, right? Because we was drinking hard liquor, so we did it like sips. I'm foggy on the fucking exacts. The numbers meant something too, like, you know what I'm saying.
Shit, that's what I want. Fuck me.
And I'd have to look it up, and you know, that's a good idea. I'm gonna see if there is something on it. Hey Gav, what's up, homie?
I'm tired.
I feel you.
Hell yeah, you're probably busy today.
3-man
No,
dice.
it's usually supposed to be our deadest day,
Oh damn, never mind.
but right around when 6 o'clock hit, the entire fucking city of Mandeville fucking ordered all at once, and it lasted till about like 7:45.
Damn.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna like.
And I was on the
screenshot
ovens the
this
entire
and
fucking
send it.
time.
Damn.
I'm gonna drop this in the yeah. I'm gonna drop it in the group. Hold on.
Well, you're more than welcome to hop on some Minecraft with me if you want.
Yeah. See
Alright,
in a
I got
minute. I just recently got my fucking Nintendo Switch shit back from the online play.
Oh wow. Did they change anything since they're doing this? You know, an upgraded, like, you know, the Switch 2 is gonna have its own online
I
stuff.
have no idea.
Ministering stick.
I have no idea. I think it's just gonna be the same.
You gotta have the Switch 2 to get to the GameCube stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'll eventually get one, but
Me too. I thought me and the kid was talking about it. The kid at first was saying, "Oh yeah, man, what we got just as good, this and that." And then it's like a few weeks ago, they were like, "Oh man, dude, I want to get the Switch 2."
Have eyes on.
And then,
Get down, fresh.
so I was talking to him. I'm like, "Look, we're gonna get that mug. Probably like next income tax or some shit like that, you know. Just you gotta just stop eating out as we're going to get pizza. We gotta stop eating out and you know, shit like that. Just do better, you know. And I gotta grind to making some money, and I just gotta get past the hurdle, and shit. So and we gotta get on their stuff too. They got some paper. I gotta make some phone calls with and shit, and then we gotta see about the little, the little workforce program they have locally that's involved with the community college, and it's like they're affiliated, so stuff like that. So we signed up for that, so we gotta like check in all that, like follow up, because they saying they didn't get an email, so I gotta go through the dashboard and see what's up with that, because somebody was supposed to get in touch with me. Anyway, so stuff like that. Yeah, just gotta grind and shit and get them a little source of income. That would help, because they could just buy their food and pay for their phone bill. And that's it. And then they could get the Game Pass if they wanted to. And they could they could have access to stuff. Or not. But like, I wouldn't even hit them for rent, bro. If they paid half the phone bill and bought like their
Taylor,
food,
Black Ops, we got a bull.
that would help me out so much, dude, because they, you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't do much. It wouldn't take much, you know what I'm saying? It broken up weekly, it'd only be a little bit. They could take a portion of that, save it. I already got them like a little savings account if they want, but as soon as they turn 18, I'm getting them their own account. They get their own account. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't make a kid's account because I made that mistake. Don't make a kid's account. If you ever have kids, don't make the kid's account.
Oh, yeah?
It locks it in. You gotta close it out. And oh my god, then you got certain banks. It's a pain in the ass. It don't really close out. It's all fucking bullshit. Pain in the ass. Best thing to do, what I did is I just made a savings account, and that was the money for them. So when they turn 18, just go and make them an account. Fresh. Bammo. Done. Not tied to it. Cause you're never untied. They can't. I made an account like that for my son, and when he got to be 18, they wound up making him a new account anyway. So it's just kind of redundant, and there's so much bullshit with it. You know what I'm saying? He gets a car. He got a debit card, but it had my name on it, and he didn't like that. He wanted the card to have his name, but it still had my name on it. It's like he's just a user of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just pointless is what I'm saying. It's just fucking pointless. You know? Just make another account, give them, you know, hook the card up to their little tap and pay or whatever the fuck, hook it up to their shit, whatever, bam. But, and then when they're 18, just open them up, you know, just go there with them and let them open their own account, their own fresh account. So, I'm gonna try to get them. I gotta get him a local account, man. Because sometimes it sucks having to deal with like I have a credit union. And you basically like gotta be invited into it by you know, someone in the military more or less. You have to have an account and add you to their account, and that's you get in.
Oh, you're with Navy Federal or whatever?
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to say it's doing any kind of bank names, but not to saying that that's mine, but it's one of those, yeah, exactly. So like that's how some of them I think work. Some of them I think it doesn't matter. Some of them, but anyway. So like, the problem is there is no, the nearest branch is like way the fuck, like way the fuck. Another city, like a nice, you know, 90-minute drive either way, right? No matter how you look at it, it's like about an hour drive away. It's a pain in the ass, city traffic. Don't want to deal with it, right? It's just to go put some money in there, right? I did it one time. I had to go there to put. Where, you know, I went to the closest one, and it was like on the other side of the, you know, the river, and it was like it sucked. Dude, it just sucked. You know, it's like it's just to go burn all that gas, just to go run there to put money in there. When, yeah, it's just much more convenient to do something local. I mean, now they have an account. You know, a family member got them an account with one of the online banking. So they do have their own, you know, account. But like I said, it's the whole kids account bullshit that I was talking about. So, but now I'm just gonna get them their own, you know, I'll be able to do that soon, and I'll go bring them and make them get them one going on there, you know. We might be able to do it at their age now. I actually have to look into that. It might, maybe.
it, Black Ops. Close this shit down.
I'm trying to remember when I got my stuff.
I know.
I'm
it's-
pretty sure under 18 they have to have a cosign.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing is. I was telling you. When I did it for my son, he was 16. So. Yeah. So yeah. And so I know it's at least. I know at least you need a cosigner at 16. I'm not sure because at 17 sometimes, you know, if there's emancipation. This is not the case, but if there's emancipation, I mean, you got to be able to do it.
Well, that's the extreme situation.
Yeah, right, exactly. However, some states do look at 17, and
Yeah.
so that's the question. I'd have to do some.
It also depends on the bank too.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's
You
also
better run.
true. Alright. Help me, perfect timing, man. Right when I needed to stop. Oh, can't ask for no better. Oh, the stars have arrived.
Enemies down.
Alright.
I do my best work alone.
How'd we do? Dead last. Fucking KDA of .32. However, I'm running my mouth with the snipe. So. And it's sweaty hour. It is sweaty hour. Potatoes came in first. Hot potato.
Half past sweaty.
Oh, it was full on. Full on sweaty nudity. Nudity sweaty time. Yeah. I was kind of hoping y'all was going to play some stuff earlier. Nobody jumped in. Like, oh.
Well, the other night when a couple of us played Repo, we mentioned playing today, but
Yeah.
oh wait, did somebody say something? No, you sent a photo. Michael hadn't said nothing. I assume Christian and Ray are probably busy with. I don't think any of us realized we were talking about today.
Yeah, right.
Being
Okay.
Easter.
Yeah.
So since
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything, I mean, I
Well,
streamed a
even on
couple
this
hours
other,
earlier.
even on
but-
this other channel, it's kind of usually it's popping. On the Sundays, usually when they get together and do their little thing, and there's not hardly anybody in that one either. It's like everybody's doing their Easter shit.
All right, what do I want to put?
All right.
For the actual
let me go ahead
floor.
and end the stream there. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all having this 420 Easter special with me. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the hypothetical religious bullshit yesterday.
Oh, fucking, what is that?
I don't know what to
Mangrove
believe.
planks? Oh, that's
Sorry.
right. That was in that chest.
Over here with Mobile Suit Glenn. Check out his uploaded videos of him. I gotta see something. I would love to do dioramas and take some of his things and like put them in there and take these these macro pictures. That's shit I love to do. Like I love macro. I love dioramas and little tiny, I didn't play with dollhouses. My sister had something like a dollhouse a little bit. It was like a Barbie shit was the closest to it, but like I dug the dollhouses that I saw in the movies, and not to play with them, but just to stage it up and just go into make believe, just kind of like go into that like drift off in fantasy land.
Fuck.
And I
Never have
love
enough
taking
goddamn
pictures
iron.
of miniatures and stuff. That's one of the attractions I had. Fucking, I like train sets and shit. Alright, like and subscribe and shit. Or don't. Whatever. At 420.